Waiting for the ISS to come up over the horizon. This is a East Coast pass. It's going from the northwest to the southeast. And at some point in the middle here, my rotor's going to have to turn all the way around, so you might hear some static in the middle. Let's see where we're at. We're at -3 degrees, so it's not quite here yet. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know how crazy the East Coast FM satellite and the ISS can be. SO50 lately has been a complete shit show. So is the ISS, to be honest. Sometimes it's actually unusable.
Satellite ISS rising.
This is a 66-degree pass, so it's pretty high, and I've got my preamp on in the beginning here. Hopefully can hear it better as it comes up. I can turn it off later. Got a lot of houses and trees and stuff to my west, so it might have to get to a bit higher of an elevation before we can hear anything. Hold on. Let's see, I did check the AMSAT org status page, and it says that it's operating, so it should be there. Let's see. Yep. Hopefully we hear something here soon. If not, it's going to be a quick video. Make sure I've got all my settings right. I didn't check the status page to see if it's got any outages. I should have done that probably. Let's check it out. I usually get my info on Twitter, but I'm going to see if I can go right to the page while we're waiting. My rotator is rotating. My frequencies are right. Looks like it might be out. All right, bear with me here. Says they powered off until May 2nd, but maybe it's still off. Oh well. I am not hearing anything.
On the ISS.
Oh, that's it. They've got a
I can send emails to my family.
one of the educational contact things going on. We'll listen in on that for now.
And even on the video conference. And it is so convenient.
That's why.
For future, I think robotics.
I must have missed one of the announcements on Twitter.
For us, even better. Thank you for question. Over.
Just checking to see which school it is. We can only hear one side of the conversation, unfortunately. We can't hear the uplink.
Yes, we are all humans, so we sometimes get anxious just like you do, and that's why we go through tons of training on the ground to get mentally prepared for space missions. I think training is the key to success here.
I'm trying to look it up now.
And as you guess, for me, floating in microgravity is the best stress relief for me. Thank you for the question. Over.
Nothing happens fast on my old laptop when
International Space Station
I'm streaming.
And has a lot of systems, so it is almost impossible for us to prepare for all scenarios. That's why we categorize malfunctions into 3 levels, depending on how critical the situation is. And during our training, we mainly focus on the most critical situations like fire and depressurization that require us to take immediate actions for our safety. That's how we prepare for those malfunctions. Thank you for the question. Over. I am a big fan of Star Wars movies, so I hope we can travel faster than the light speed in the future. However, our level of technologies is not quite as advanced as those sci-fi movies, so we need to advance our technologies step by step. And I think you guys are the generation who makes it possible for humans to travel into deep space. Thank you for the question. Over. was surprised at how unstable everything is in microgravity. Literally everything, including your body. So it took me a while, maybe a month or so, to get used to a new environment when I got here. Thank you for the question. Over. Right now, we are trying to go back to the moon, and our ultimate goal is to go to Mars. And that excites me most because I believe that's how human beings have been advancing our technologies, looking for further or looking for something new, and that's very important to keep progressing in order to make our lives on the ground better and easier and more comfortable. Thank you for the question. Over.
Okay, so this is Takaya Onishi, KF5LKS, talking to, trying to figure out who he's talking to. We're going to lose him here in a minute. It's getting pretty low. So this is a contact brief.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed talking to people who live in Bayswater, Victoria.
I guess he is talking to Australia through some link, some telebridge.
Have a good evening.
I don't know what that means. I haven't researched it. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't realize that this was going on before I started listening in, but we actually got to catch a little bit of the brief, so that's cool. Catch you on the next pass.
KUDUE and A1SS, thank you so much for your support.
Hey, Mike. Nice of you to drop in. I didn't see you post that you were going to be on, so it didn't click that we're doing a contact brief. I wasn't paying attention to Twitter too much this week with everything going on, so I'll be doing more. I gotta go work on my house, so maybe this afternoon or this evening. Talk to you later. 73.